Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Big Brother Slop Show, brought to you by S.W.O.R.D, the superior world of reality discussion. I am your host, Parish, and this is my co-host tonight, Shana. Wait, is it Shana or Shana?
Shana.
Shana, my co-host Shana. My bad.
It just says live now. We're saying it off air, so were we on air or off air? Do that.
No, we're live.
All right.
We're
it wasn't saying live,
live.
man. It must have some kind of delay.
Who's
this lovely lady with us?
This lovely lady with us is from Big Brother 17, Grandma Meg.
What up, guys?
Oh, we are
Hi.
so excited to see you. Totally excited to see you.
I'm excited to be here. Listen to my horrible grandma voice for real right now. I'm so sorry.
Come on. I
Just
hated
so
that
raspy.
nickname. I hate
Everyone loves a grandma. Grandmas are hot. I love it.
Well, I'm 48. I'm close to the grandma age.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Okay, so Parish, why am I going first? Okay, Meg.
Yes.
How did it come to you saying I want to be on Big Brother? What started it all?
Well, I have always known the show. It's pretty, I mean, who doesn't love Big Brother, right? And I was in the fact of me actually going on to the show, someone was actually at a table in my restaurant and was like, you'd be really great on Big Brother. You should audition. So I was like, okay, I'll do this. And I made a video and submitted it and somehow went through this process and I did the show. So it's pretty wild. Never in a million years, if you would have asked me last year if I was going to be on Big Brother, would I say yes. So
that's crazy. How many seasons did you watch? Have you watched?
I've watched a lot, yes. I definitely binged a lot the past months before because, you want to study your butt off as much as you can. So, yes, there's pretty much all I did with my life from March to May was just watch Big Brother just in case. And it's so funny because the whole time you're watching, you're like, if I don't get on this show, I am sitting here wasting hours and hours of my life to Big Brother. But I love it. I mean, the people on it are so cool, and I still fangirl over anyone that I meet now.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you watch Big Brother Canada?
No, I haven't, but I have to say that I've met a couple of people from Big Brother Canada, and BB Canada has reached out to me a lot. They're the most welcoming and supportive cheerleaders ever. I'm obsessed.
Oh my gosh, you should watch it because a while ago we interviewed Willow and we asked her if she was in the Big Brother 17 house, who would she hook up with, and she said you!
Oh my gosh. I do think that Willow, I think that I've seen her on the social medias, all that good stuff. Pretty sure I've talked to her at some point. That's hilarious.
I know, you two would be so cute together.
Don't make James jealous. Come on now.
Oh my gosh, James.
James is damn adorable. We have his, well, I know it's not his hat, but he's famous for it. I mean, you know how that saying goes, who wore it best?
Yes.
He definitely wore it best. I mean, him and John. I adore John totally and completely. Tell us a little bit. I'm going to kind of jump into the show a little bit more, but tell us about the little thing maybe that you might have had for Clay. Did we or didn't we have Spark?
Oh my gosh, everyone's favorite subject. No.
Of course.
Okay, so here's the deal. I don't really date pretty boys. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty down to earth. Not necessarily very good at girly things. And Clay is pretty much a better girl than I am. Love him, mean that in the best way possible. I could never, not interested in a guy who does his hair for 4 hours.
Oh my God.
But honestly, BB Scandal is hilarious. I love it. And honestly, I mean, I know I get a lot of flack for like, I'm going to get you drunk in New York City, but I pretty much tell that to everyone. Becky's coming into town. She's here, and I'm going to get her drunk in New York City, too. So.
Well, you're adorable.
I know, you're so freaking cute. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
You are adorable.
All right, so we have a fan question from Kelly Catwell, and she says, where does your kiss with Steve rank on your list of best kisses?
Probably number 1. Come on now. No, it's so funny because that was like, I think Steve was horrified of me. He was terrified, right? I mean, he was like, I was the last person in the world I think he wanted to kiss at that moment.
Steve is friggin' adorable. I mean,
oh
I
my
have
God.
a 24-year-old son, and the minute I saw Steve come on the show, I was like, oh my God, he reminds me of my son, and my son's in New York, and I'm in Florida. So I'm away from him. So automatically I was drawn to Steve. I was like, oh, please, Steve. And then for a while we didn't see Steve. My husband's like, is Steve even playing the game? Where is Steve? So it became a where's Waldo?
It really was.
Yeah. Where's Waldo? Where's Steve? Everybody loves you with James. Are we going to let the friend zone down?
Oh my gosh. Well, first off, I just have to say I am 100% Team Jeg all the way.
Absolutely.
I miss him so much. We are best friends, BFF for life. I'm actually going to visit him on Friday. I'm so excited. I will tell you guys that I'm terrified though, because there's rumors that he has a shotgun waiting for me, which we all know that's not going to fly well with me.
Oh my God. Okay, so 2 people asked me the same question.
Okay.
And they both want to know, one is my niece, her name is Dee, hi Dee, and the other one is my friend Aaliyah, and they both want to know, you know, James is a really nice guy, why won't you give him a chance?
Okay, have you guys watched the show? I mean, like, he pretty much aggravated me every day. He would, like, throw pillows at me. He would give me his dirty
flirtation, Meg. Don't you know that's
you guys. No, come on. I mean, James and I could not live more different lives. I'm obsessed with the fact that we're still so close and talk all the time. So we'll see. Team Jeg all the way. You know that.
Aww. You guys
Opposites
are so
attract.
cute. Yeah.
I do. I must say, like, he's the greatest.
Okay, we are kind of going all over the place here, which is, I think, is kind of cool because it's questions that really everybody probably wants to know and has asked over and over again, I'm sure. So you're probably getting tired of answering the same questions. But Vanessa.
Yes.
Now, I'm sorry, Vanessa, but I was not a fan. I apologize. But I love you anyway because I have to love all the BB. But I couldn't help but notice, and I'm going to the end now, to finale night, I couldn't help but notice everybody's look on their faces when she came out and told everybody that she was worth $3 million.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
Yeah, poker legend. So what was your personal feeling?
Honestly, that's why I voted for Steve, because I was just so shocked. I was for sure, like, I had all these debates of, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because I'm going to vote for Vanessa to win, and she, like, just went against everything that I ever thought, like, was good in the Big Brother house. So when she came out, honestly, I was so shocked. And, you know, finding out she has all this moolah, you're like, I had no idea. The poker thing didn't surprise me so much, but yeah.
I honestly, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we just have a little special guest who wants to say hi real quickly.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Becky girl.
How are you, beautiful
Gosh,
ladies?
hi, Becky. Oh my
I
gosh,
had
you're
to
so
like
pretty.
video bomb it.
Oh, we
Look
like to
at
take a picture now.
you. I'm more
Wait.
important anyway.
Let me see if I can do a screenshot.
Oh
It's
my
screenshotted
gosh.
it. Okay, we'll see if it comes up. Okay, cool.
So,
Get a 2-for-1.
while Shana is doing her screenshot, we have fan questions.
Okay.
And one is from Jay Manning, who said, when you go visit James, are you going hunting or fishing?
Here, let me get this mic. She's, am I going to go hunting or fishing? Neither. No, I'm just kidding. I think James has told me that he's planned the full country experience. I don't know what that means. I've never gone fishing or hunting in my life or anything. I can barely walk on grass, so.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm Southern and I've never done any of that stuff either, so I can't tell you what y'all are gonna do.
Terrifying.
I don't know.
Terrifying.
I have to say that I grew up in the mountains during the summer. So I was a New York, Long Island girl.
Yes.
And yay for New York. Had family out in Staten Island as well. So being up in the country with my cousins was crazy. And so I did actually do some of those things, walking through the woods, milking the cows, and this and that. So I think that when you go meet James, you should have full-fledged camo on and an orange beanie and say you're ready to go.
Well, I already have his visor, so I'm halfway there.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. Camo? Oh, I can't see Meg in camo.
She would look awesome in camo.
Yeah, just let me have my lipstick and I'll be good.
Okay, let's say you were to go on Survivor. Do you think you would last long on Survivor?
Is that even a question? No. Oh my gosh. What's so funny is my best friend in the city was on Survivor twice, and he was the first person that's like, you will die. Come on, I think we all know the answer to that one now.
Totally not.
Yeah, I probably couldn't make it either.
Right?
What was your biggest challenge in the house, staying there? What do you feel was like the biggest challenge being in the house?
Well, I'll say that, the most frustrating for me was I couldn't win any competition at all for the life of me. That was the most frustrating thing. The most challenging thing, I think, is finding new ways to not get bored out of your mind. It's you seriously just have nothing to do except to talk to one another. So I think just always trying to figure out new ways to like keep things fresh and exciting. That's probably the hardest thing to do in the house.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of fan questions. Okay, Sebastian, first off, he says you look awesome.
Oh, thank you.
He also says that he's one of your biggest fans, and his question is, who is your favorite Big Brother house guest of all time?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have 7,000 different answers because I have so many different reasonings for all of them. I am a big, let's see, like game-wise or who I want to hang out with?
Both. All of the above.
Okay. All of the above. Oh my goodness. So I usually say, okay, who I want to hang out with. I obviously like Frankie Grande. You all know he's a city boy. I gotta give a shout out. I loved Zach from last season. Sorry.
My neighbor. Zach is my neighbor. Yeah,
I have
he
the
lives
biggest
right in town here.
biggest personality crush on him ever. I think he's hilarious.
He's super.
I loved probably Brittany Haynes is is always been my favorite. She's like my favorite Big Brother of all times, yeah. Hilarious.
Brittany's hilarious.
Oh,
her
yeah.
diary room sessions, oh my god.
She's the best. Love her.
Now, did you watch the seasons with, well, obviously, if you watch Brittany, you watch Dan Giesling.
Yes.
So, did you not think that when you met John, that he resembled Dan some sort of way in his personality? Not in looks, maybe not so much in gameplay, but his laugh and, well, you didn't get to see his diary room sessions while you were in the house,
not at all. I would never. I mean, I still haven't watched all of the show.
Okay.
I'm like halfway there, I would say. I guess I'd never really thought of that comparison, though, until you brought that up. It is really cool, though, that Johnny Mac was so secretive about being a super fan. I think that was actually a really good gameplay on his part. So that was a really shocking thing when we came out of the house.
Right.
Yeah. Right, so Kelly Capwell wants to know, you just have a lot of fans out here tonight. Oh my gosh.
We love it.
Kelly wants to know, if Vanessa had put up John as a replacement nominee, do you believe James really would have held up his end of the deal and put you up the following week?
Yes, because I would have made him. Yeah, I mean, who knows what that all would have done. Like, there's so many what-ifs with all of that. Mm-hmm. I'm a big believer, that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. But even if that would happen, it would, for me, there's so many different ways that could have gone, and I could have probably gone on the block, but there would have been different reasons to figure out someone else going home, I guess. But I was dead serious when we had that talk. I mean, I made him really promise me that he would do that. So, yeah. I guess yes is the answer to that.
Okay.
What was your the most shocking thing that you found out about being in the house with all of the house guests?
Hard. I kind of already mentioned some of this, like the fact that Johnny Mac was a super fan.
Right.
Vanessa obviously having all of this money and having this whole like different career kind of thing. I think also game-wise, the thing that really I'm seeing, again, bear with me because I haven't watched all of it yet, but the show really makes it out that like Steve and Johnny Mac were pretty much on their own during the game. We kind of always felt like they had connections with Vanessa, and that wasn't really until later. So I think I was surprised to see how much they were kind of, figuring things out themselves throughout the game. I kind of thought they had a more solid gameplay than they were actually leading on, but
absolutely
they were being a little more what you see is what you get, I guess.
Right. Absolutely. I think everybody was shocked to see how close Steve really was with Vanessa, and he surprised us all. He definitely surprised us all.
Yeah, we always thought that Vanessa and Steve were for sure working together, especially with like the double eviction and Jackie going home. So yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons why I knew when my week I was just hopeless. So.
Okay, so Shady, our producer, he says he learned from Becky on Wednesday that you love bubblegum. So what is your favorite flavor and why?
A lot of my fans know this. I am a big supporter in Orbit Blue. Love it. Have probably 2 packs in my purse at all times. Yes, I am. That was one of the hardest things for me in the house. I had no gum. When I got to the jury house, I just had so much gum it wasn't even funny. They knew that I was going through withdrawal. It's actually the like most annoying, disgusting habit ever, but I'm a big gum chewer.
That is so funny. What was your take on Austin?
Okay, so Austin is actually a really clever, funny. He's probably the one person in the house that when I watch the show, I'm like, this is not at all how I know you. Everyone else is pretty much like, I think that you get a good sense of them. Austin is just very, I always say, like, he comes across on the show as, like, he's like the brooding romance. He's, like, trying to save. But he's actually just a funny guy. He's really witty and comes up with a lot of creative, clever stuff. And I always appreciate that from people. I always love a good laugh. So I think that he was the most like different from what I know.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Clarence, Alabama says, if you had won an HOH, who would you have put on the block?
Wow. Well, that definitely changes throughout the game for sure. I mean, ever since I would say like Clay and Shelly went home, you know, Vanessa was always the person that we were trying to get out of the house. We just never won. That was our plan the whole time during double eviction. Once Shelly was gone, we were gunning for Vanessa. There was no, even though we had her say that we still wanted her out for sure. So probably some sort of plan with that. You know, I had trusted Austin, the twins kind of, maybe would have hit them up, but we all knew that Vanessa had a hand in everything. I mean, we weren't dumb. We just couldn't get the right people to be HOH to make that game move.
What was up with all the volunteer for the slop stuff and the, you know, I mean, well, we don't even really call it slop anymore, but, you know, everybody was just like, oh, I'll you know, forfeit my food.
Well, we had a rotation for sure. I mean, we just started with people in the beginning, 4, and everyone had a rotation. You kind of knew when it was going to be your turn. I'd say the only time that someone really volunteered was that last week because we had thought that maybe there was only going to be like 2, but there were actually 4 or something like that. So that was the only time that I think really the volunteering. Pretty much everyone, you know, you don't want to be HOH and have to pick someone, and so we all kind of worked together on that for sure.
But let me tell you, that's one of the biggest things that's changed with Big Brother. Because in the beginning, yes, it was like a punishment.
Right.
You know, you're picked, you're on slop, you're on slop,
right.
You're on slop, and it was slop. I mean, you literally ate slop.
Well, so did we.
Whatever you want to call it.
So did we, for
And
sure.
that was all you got. And then we started going into where America would pick like certain foods for them to have, and I thought that was a little bit better. You know, and now all you guys are like volunteering, and it's like
no. There's no, trust me, there is no volunteering. It's horrible. I think the show really doesn't show all of that, but like it's awful. It's pretty awful. Yeah, for me, the dentist chairs were awful. I mean, all you eat is slop. You get like gumdrops the one time, or like things that you wouldn't even eat anyway. But it really is like you are eating slop for sure. And that's it.
Does it taste like oatmeal?
It tastes like oatmeal that's gonna sit in your stomach for 7 days. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
Okay, that sounds disgusting. So Jay Manning says, when are you going to South Carolina? And how many episodes have you watched?
Well, I'm actually going to Texas. That's where James lives now. He's from there. He's from South Carolina, but Texas. And I'm leaving on Friday, and I'll be there for the whole weekend. I have been skipping around some of the episodes right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I've seen pretty much like up to when Shelly goes home. Kind of. I do a lot of fast forwarding. I'm not gonna lie. You just like gotta know the basics. You know, I gotta know the good stuff. I can't sit and watch me fail another competition again.
Which competition do you think was the hardest?
Oh my gosh, without a doubt, Midway. Are you serious? I was horrible in that. It was awful. I just could not, for the life of me, do it. I was so scared the whole time, and yeah, I was the slowest person ever.
Poor Grandma.
Yeah. I will say that Austin was just as bad as I was. I don't know how I got all the flack for that, though, but I did.
Okay. All right. So my friend Derek, he says, if you were trapped on a televised deserted island for 39 days, what 3 items would you take to survive, and which house guests would you take?
I would take James, of course. He would be really good at figuring out like how to, I don't know, like build a tree house or something. I would take a bottle of vodka, red lipstick, and my glasses so I can see. This is why I can't do Survivor.
Oh my God. Okay.
Who did you want to see? Who did you want to see walk into the house in the jury house after you?
Gosh, it's so hard to go back to that mindset. I think that I wanted to see probably Vanessa, obviously,
Right.
or Steve. I think that because I remember leaving the house being
That
like,
was a double eviction.
yeah, and I remember leaving the house. James and I had talked about, you know, if he won, he was probably going to put up Vanessa and Steve that week.
Right.
Okay. So Kelly Catwell says, were you surprised to find out that Becky was revealing your plans to target Shelley during James's HOH?
Yes, we knew that that second week. Yes and no. I mean, we really kind of, you know, this is the worst answer ever. Was I surprised? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out a good answer for that. Yes, no. I mean, we didn't necessarily have like set loyalties yet, so it wasn't that huge of a deal. But for sure, it like, I mean, it makes you, you know, waver whether you should have that trust settled in then or. That was a horrible answer. I'm sorry. I don't know.
So you felt kind of like in between yes and no?
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's not like it was Jackie doing that, you know. That would have been like, what? Oh my God. Yeah. So, yes and no, I guess.
Were you surprised about the twin twist? Did you know that it was?
Yeah, I mean, we knew. Day figured it out in week 2. And
yes, she did.
Yeah, Jason told me about it. Once Jason told me about it, you pretty quickly could see. You of course were like thinking, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not wrong about this because we're gonna look like idiots if we're wrong. But yeah, we all kind of knew that for sure. I mean, everyone in the house knew before they came in.
Yeah. I definitely feel like they stayed in the house too long. I feel like once you guys found out there was a twin, Liz
you should target them.
Targeted. Yeah.
Well, we were so scared. The thing is that we know how many weeks there are left in the house. So you kind of count out, figuring, you know, number-wise evictions. And we were all very scared that there was going to be a different twist, that, like, if we voted out the twins, there would have been, like, a pre-juror that came back, which we had voted out a lot of really strong players, and we were so scared that something like that would have happened, that we kind of would rather just have the twins come in and deal with it when we did. But, of course, we're all idiots and voted each other out.
One by one.
Yeah.
Start picking that team off.
Pretty much.
Shady says, what do you believe was your funniest moment in the house, and what was your worst? Was your worst falling on the midway or falling on your face during OTEV?
Well, midway for sure is like the most embarrassing. OTEV is like, I fell hard, but I still, you know, I remember seeing someone run by me, and then I was like, I'm not losing this competition because I fell. It's so horrible. So, yeah, I think watching OTEV back is actually worse than it was. It's just so horrible to watch, but it's funny. What was the other question?
What do you believe was your funniest moment in the house?
My funniest moment, I'm the type of person that I know everyone laughs at me. I'm never trying to be funny or horrible. I always talk, I usually tell this story a lot. There was a moment that James kept convincing me that he was throwing this praying mantis on me. And it was actually the most horrifying, like I saw my life, I swear to you, I saw my life flash by me. I don't know why I was so scared of it. But it's probably a moment that I will always remember. I mean, anything James does, he's hilarious. It's so stupid. He's hilarious. Nuts.
So, I don't understand why, I'm going to jump to something else here. I don't understand why the kitchen always has to be so trashed, not in just your season, but every season. Tell me why. Why does the house have to trash the kitchen? Food everywhere.
Yes. I don't know.
Can we not clean up after ourselves? This is
not really.
Speaking.
Yeah, no, not really. Thank God for our Martha Stewart Becky, who actually did clean.
I feel like that's like a common thing with Big Brother. I feel like, well, the last house had a trashy kitchen, so we got to keep it up and keep it trashy.
Yeah, no. A big thing is, you know, when there's so many people in the house, a lot of people, you know, a lot of people will cook for everyone, and it's just, there's just so many people that it's like, you know, there's all these pots and pans everywhere, everyone's making these dinners, and, I don't know, good question.
Like you said, there's nothing else to do in the house.
Yeah.
Like eat when you can.
Yes.
So that would be, yeah. But I don't understand, like, instead of eating, I'd be, like, out there swimming in the pool and laying out
No,
and
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You say that, but you would not. Trust me. You do that.
I'd be 100 pounds more by the time I got out of that
you
house.
do that for like a day, and then you're like, oh man, that turkey sandwich.
What was your favorite food in the house? What was the most favorite thing that they brought you guys in?
Well, we would make cookies like every night. That's horrible. Duh. It was the best.
Bad. And I bet they weren't gluten-free.
They were. We used to have them, yes.
Really?
Yes, too, yes. I know. James would never eat them because he was like, that is best.
He probably likes Pillsbury. Pillsbury
yeah,
Doughboy.
of course. The real
Oh my God. Pillsbury.
Who is that?
Delicious. Yeah.
A connection.
That's who the grandma nickname.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
How did you get the grandma nickname? Who do you think who was
Good.
responsible for the
Don't
grandma
ask me
nickname?
that. I have no idea.
That was
no,
America,
I mean,
wasn't it?
No, it was definitely in the house.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I used to make comments about it, kind of like, I don't really, honestly, we can't figure out the day that it all started. I obviously, you've all seen my really hot glasses that I wear. They're like grandpa glasses. And, you know, there's just like all, the boys at one point were making up that whole like pretend family game, and it just stuck somehow. I don't know. I really don't know.
Maybe because you were having trouble with competitions too, and you were a little bit clumsy.
It all kind of added up to everything. There were a lot of things, and it just stuck. And then once it stuck, it just kept rolling. But I would say I'd rather them call it to my face than behind my back.
That's right. That's right. I hear ya.
Oh my gosh. So before we let you go, first, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. You weren't the greatest at the competitions, but, you know, your social game was amazing. Everyone loved you. But, okay, did you throw some of the competitions?
No.
Not Meg.
No,
strategy.
The only competition that I actually knew that I did not want to win was that one that was a while back, was the high maintenance one. And I was in like the worst position. I actually ended up going on the block for it. That was the only competition that I really like could have gotten further in, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna, it's fine. But no, absolutely not. I tried very hard in every competition. I just suck. Thanks for asking that, though.
Meg, did you try, or do you literally just?
I know. Oh my God. I always love those questions. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
I'd like to know, before you go, what are your plans from here? What is Meg going to do now? A lot of people from Big Brother, they like to get into television more, maybe music, whatever.
Yeah.
We heard you could sing, Meg.
I know, I do. I mean, I went to school for music. I have a bachelor's in music. So
Great.
Not that that's what I want to do, trust me. But no, I honestly, there's a lot of open doors right now. I wish I had a good answer to tell you. But, you know, I always describe it right now. I feel like I just graduated from college, and my aunts and uncles are like, so what are you going to do with your life now? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm going day to day right now. We'll see. Things are coming,
Awesome.
I'm sure, and I'll be able to let you guys know on some of that stuff soon.
Well, you know, we love having you, and we hope you have a wonderful time with James this weekend.
Yes, I'm sure you guys will see all of it.
I actually was talking to Jason and James earlier. I wanted to get James to come on to surprise you. Not that it would be a surprise because you've seen him more than we've seen him with you.
Right.
You know, this whole time, so it wouldn't have been necessarily a surprise. But I tried to get him, and James and Jason were playing games with me in Jason's PM. I'm private messaging Jason, and then James says, what do you mean? What's going on? This is James. I'm confused. I'm like, is this really James? And he's like, yes, it's really James. Then later, Jason's like, message James. He's at the house. I'm at the store. I'm like, oh, so Jason, you were playing a game with me this whole entire time?
Oh my gosh.
Like, no, he said, James was talking to you when I was at the house. Then I left for the store. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are confusing me. So needless to say, I guess they couldn't come on. And I was hoping that the three of them, Jason, Pickle, and James, would pop in and say hello. So I'm sorry that they didn't, but you're going to see them this weekend anyway. So
I know, and I'm sure I will. Don't worry, I will take all of the pictures for everyone, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so our final question is, who do you think will drink more tonight? You or Becky? And where can we find you on social media?
Oh my gosh, I love that question. Well, if my friends and I have anything to do with it, Becky. No, we're going to all have a good time. She's never been to New York before, so I'm really excited to show her around. And you can find me on social media. Pretty much everything is the same. It's at Meg Maley, MEGMALEY, just my name, Twitter, Instagram, and I think my Periscope, Snapchat, all of that. It's just at Meg Maley. Easy.
Okay.
Be safe out there tonight.
We will.
Yes,
we will.
have a great time.
This is Mama speaking. Be safe.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for having me, though. I always love talking to everyone, answering questions. You guys are the greatest. I love my goobers.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming on. Hope to talk to you soon, and have a good night.
Good
Tell
night.
Becky we said goodbye.
I will for sure. Thank you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.